What's going on, Pokemon League Championship fans? It's me, Mura, aka your host, and I have with me today Speakman.
How you doing, everybody?
It's good to have you again, Speakman. And what we've got going on today is the week 2 stream. So you'll notice my walls are a little barren now. I'm in the midst of packing for my move, so that's what's going on there. All my art is gone. I took it all down, and you can kind of see some of it over there. But yeah, we're moving, so I'm getting the office ready to go. This week was interesting. So one thing that I do need to point out and would just lead the stream off with this is that yes, I have my nails painted this week, but unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances and life getting in the way, when he had first agreed to join the season filling in for Evan, Hobart had not been yet promoted to manager at his position, and his hours have shot up significantly. Thanks for subbing, Jay Wade. I appreciate that. We're like not that far from the sub goal, which I didn't even set, so whatever. Um, anyway, so Hobart is unable to participate moving forward. We are currently attempting to replace Hobart. And that's a little bit difficult because once the season starts, whoever replaces him essentially has to inherit his team, and a lot of people don't like to do that. If you're interested in playing the PLC season, we kind of need somebody next week. So, thank you, Speakman, for subbing. Whoa, you subbed for 7 months? What the hell? I appreciate that. Okay,
I
thank you.
normally sub every season, I think. Or, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Normally there'll be like one random, like I don't know how Twitch payments work, but like there'll be like one random week in like June, like after the season, I'll get like a deposit of like $100. I'll be like, that's for all your subs this year, and I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, I never really understand it. You'll notice today, outside of the Hobart, I have my new Mimikyu hat on from the Pokemon Center website. I am doing the bald thing this season, so I gotta have my cancer hats. I also have the Gengar beanie. That was really cool. It's reversible. I know I'm doing product placement now, but whatever. I'm gonna get a call
That
eventually.
Gengar beanie is so nice.
Dude,
So
yeah,
nice.
and the reverse is pretty nice, but I really like the one thing that kills me is that it's full like this. Like if they had reversed this patch and put it on the back side so we could fold up the lip, that would have been perfect. Like how the Mimikyu one is.
Oh, that would have
Like,
been nice.
do
That
you
would have
see
been
how
nice.
like it's fucked, right? Because like basically
Yep.
this like fits to my head. So when I put this one on, if I want the Mimikyu, like I have a little bit of like vid. And then this one, this was great. This actually has this actually had a puffball on it. I cut it off because the design is just so dope. Like I didn't like the puffball,
Ooh.
but like and then check this out on the backside. Guess what? It's a frozen mountain because of the other nine tails.
Oh. Oh, that's dope. Holy
Yeah, so
crap.
you can kind of do like this even where you have like both mountains in it. But anyway, it's a really cool. Pokemon Company creates the quality on their clothing is actually really high. I've been getting like hoodies from them for a while, and then like I was like, oh, let me try. I lost my beanie, and I was like, let me try to get a beanie, and then I bought two more beanies. So like they're really good. Like this Mimikyu one is made from a different material than these two. These are kind of like more like wool, and this one feels like really thick, like a Carhartt. Anyway, we're off topic. Sorry. Week 2. Um, let's kick into it. Week 2, we got. What's up, Jordan? I appreciate you coming by. We have all the standings. I'm gonna go through real quick and just really want to review the matches that are not recorded, right? So that would start us off with Brian versus SB. So I'll just go ahead. We're gonna run through the non-recorded matches so we can get those out of the way because we do have 6 matches to watch, and it's a long one this week. So SB versus Brian. If I were a betting man, I would have said Brian's gonna take that by like 4, right? SB coming to play this year. SB won the match by one. So like Brian,
Damn.
yeah, Brian is consistently higher ranked, even though he's one of the newer players. He's not. I don't even know if you can call him new anymore. He's like a staple now. So, um,
He's been here for like 4 or 5
yeah, it's been
seasons.
like
He's
four
played in as
seasons
many
at
as I
least.
have, I think.
Right, at least 4 seasons minimum. So like you can't really call him new anymore. He's kind of old hat, and honestly, he's always played really well. So like his ranking, is pretty high actually for having played not that many seasons comparatively to some of us like Aris and me who have played 10, right? Or are going into the 10th season. So like his rank is really high, and SB's rank traditionally is very low. Again, sorry SB, not shitting on you. But his rank is
SB's
normally,
normally like low mid, which
yeah,
is
like
like
low
fine.
mid, like
Fine place to be.
fighting to make playoffs usually, but almost always makes playoffs. So like, you know what I mean? Like not quite low tier, but also not quite mid tier yet. But
Yeah, I
and,
expect him to normally end up in the play-in rounds.
and people forget that he did, by the virtue of Curse Body be it, he did make it to playoff finals of season five.
His,
So like, like
that
let's not like talk like he hasn't had a show, because he has. He's been to the
that is
final
true.
show, and so we got to put some respect on his name, and he won that game by one. So that would have been a game that I would have loved to have recorded. That brings us to the Battle of the Rizdown, which is tie up, and I'll be right back, guys. I got a call. Give me 1 second, Speakman, if you'll take over.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull these open because I know he sent me the results. All right. So Ty and Sakuna played. Ty won by 4. I know nothing about the match. I don't have the screen, or I probably have the screenshots. Oh, let me see. Let me see what I've got. Yeah, definitely am a prepared and active person in this. Definitely know what's happening. Let's see. Yeah, Ty won by 4 over a team that looks like it struggled a lot against fire and fighting types. A lot of dark types. Amoongus. Not bad. Not bad. It happens. Then for the other non-recorded matches, we have Justin and Selena. Justin won by 4. I know Selena said in the Discord that they got 6-0'd pretty much, but getting beaten by 4 is not getting 6-0'd. It is significantly better than getting 6-0'd. As any of us that have ever been 6-0'd have been before, I would much rather get 4-0'd than 6-0'd. And then I think that is it for the non-recorded matches, other than Jay and Hobart, which of course Hobart was unable to play, which means that Jay gets a win with 3 and Hobart gets a -6.
I'm back. I hung up on the guy, but God, I'm gonna get
I just went over
fucking.
all the non-recorded matches.
Okay, I caught up on that. I did want to just run back real quick to the tie to Ty Gantz just so I could make the statement, because there is a little bit of history there, right? Like so, um, not gonna get into that, but will say that after the match, Ty Ty and JG were talking, and they were pretty upset, that oh, congratulations, SB, starting your new, I'm assuming that's SB, I think that's SB, starting his new job. um and anyway, so Ty versus Gantz, like they spoke afterwards, and like Gantz was basically like, listen dude, I want fucking Sylveon, like that's what I want, please give me Sylveon, and like I'll give you basically a blank check to my team. He could have had anything he wanted, right? This weekend, instead of taking advantage of the girl who had literally prostrated herself and her team for the for for the Sylveon, instead of taking like a Skeledirge or something that I personally think would have been a come up, like they're very similar roles. Skeledirge has Unawares a little bit bulkier. I think that that's better. And neither here nor there. You bust off a torch song, you hit the throat spray at the same time, you get 2 stages. So, um, anyway, that I think that was a better call. Instead, he went for the Alcremie for Sylveon trade and snubbed Gantz, which let her make a poor decision. I just like slid into the DMs. I was like, listen, if Ty doesn't want it, I'll take it. I'll give you Blaziken for Blaziken for Skeledirge. And the only reason that she agreed to it, to her credit, like we talk shit about people's trades all the time, right? Like I just threw the trade out there. I'm not trying to manipulate her. She like agreed to it, and the only reason she agreed to it, she told me later, was as a fuck you to Ty. So, one,
With that,
thank you,
okay,
Ty. Thank you, Ty, for
fuck you,
making a
Ty,
bad trade. Thank you for making a bad trade. It worked out in my favor. And two, come on, man. Like,
bro,
come on,
bro. Just disrespectful, just disrespectful.
come on. So we're gonna just skip over all that now, and we're just gonna go into the matches. But I appreciate everybody that showed up and played this week that didn't get to do. I heard you talk about the forfeiture, which eventually led to the stopping or the not playing. Now, Speakman, I do have to ask, and this is only, I hate to put you in this position on stream because I should have probably asked you in
Mhm.
the mod chat. Is the current plan that you will temporarily take up the mantle?
No one has talked to me about it. This is the first time. This is quite literally the first time hearing of it.
Well,
Can I
so
get back to you
it's
tomorrow?
yeah, definitely get back to me about it. But it's also like it was we had talked previously as an emergency backup,
Yeah,
and I'm
I was
not
the
putting you on
emergency
the spot,
backup.
not putting you on the spot. Hopefully we can pull
Oh
somebody
my
else. If
God,
any of you guys in the chat know
haven't played
anybody,
it.
if any of you guys in the chat know anybody that wants to assume Hobart's team, I'll even throw a picture of it on the stream real quick. Like if you
Okay,
want
all
to,
right,
if
hold
even
on,
if you're a
hold on, hold
viewer,
on.
if you're a first-time viewer and you want to commit to the next 3 months of gameplay, like join up.
Okay, what if I offer to take it, but you have to give me a wire day? Because I don't think he made a. I don't think he's done anything with his team since drafting it,
Let
and
me
the
let
fact
me
that
say
it's Sunday
this.
night.
Let me say this. We got to talk to Zach about it. I doubt that he's gonna respond tonight, but I would say, and we'll talk about it as mods. I would say maybe we give you a 2-2, and technically anybody is available to trade for you through Monday, and that will no anybody who hasn't traded. I can't help everybody else get free
Yeah.
transactions. So anybody who has not traded this week would be eligible to trade with your team, and we'll give you a 2-1. So two wires and then a trade with one person. Anybody who hasn't traded this week, we'll talk. We got to get it approved, obviously, in the mod chat, but I think that that's
Yeah.
fair if you're gonna assume the team. Now that would also be because we have some Pokemon that are gonna replace. Fuck it. You can also have. You can. No, I can't give you dibs on the things that are gonna replace the duplicates, though. That's the only other thing. You won't
I'm
have
fine with
access
that.
to. You won't have access to
Those
any of the
lines
things
anyway.
that replace the duplicates.
I don't want them anyway.
Okay. Do you even know what they are?
They're on the sheet right now.
Okay, yeah, no. Shut up,
You know,
man.
kind of
Shut up.
sus.
Fuck. Now I gotta remove them. Fuck. Nobody
You
looked.
guys are the idiots who put it on the sheet.
I put it on the sheet because I thought nobody would be paying attention, and they weren't until you said something.
You
God.
asked me to take the team.
Cut. Delete. Now they're gone. Fuck. That was close. People almost got a sneak peek.
Y'all can't get. You can't get. Anyone can get anyway. What does it matter if they see him now? It's not gonna impact their deals that they're making right now.
Well,
I mean,
no,
it might, but
Well, they
very
might
unlikely.
be like, I don't want that to happen. I'm gonna take the Hydreigon. I don't know.
God.
It's not worth the risk for me. I'm gonna
Oh
paste these
God.
over here. Anyway, so
The
yeah,
fuck.
we'll
Fuck
talk
did I end
about
up
it. We'll
playing
try to
again
get
this season? God damn it.
but if you do, if that is our only option, right? If we have nobody else like Josh's friend or anybody else that will assume the team mantle,
At the
I
very least,
think,
I can play until we get the do. If we
and
are
that's
gonna
another
replace me,
option
I'll play until
I
then.
think would be fair is like if you don't mind just playing until we
Yeah.
get a replacement is also an option.
I think
And
I have a day off for the next 2 weeks, so we're good.
I think we can also still give you at least the two wires in one trade on Monday. I think that that's fair. And that'll help you. That'll help anybody
I'm
really like
fine
work
with
that
just
team a
getting
little bit more.
wires. All I need is wires, and I'll be
Okay.
happy.
We'll give you
I don't
two
care much
wires.
about the trade, but
If we do this, we'll give you two wires for Hobart. Not including the ones that are replaced. We talked about it already, but you get it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
we'll give you 2 wires. You can fix the team however you want with 2 wires. And that brings us to the actual first match. So after all that, after all that talk and preamble, and I think we got a good mod team right now. But uh, this is Corey versus Eris. I'm not even going to talk about it. Corey, I think that you had some good teams. I think you're still like learning, and I think you're doing good this season. And you had a stiff competition on the first 2 weeks. So let's watch this. Are you ready, Speakman?
Yep, I'm ready.
We don't have to skip anything. Eris got the perfect recording. So on three, I'm going to say go, and then we'll go. All right.
I
All right. 1, 2, 3, and go. And I'm going to turn this up a little bit because Eris has a respectful recording volume, not a 500% recording volume.
You don't like your ears getting blasted out?
Actually, what I will say right now, anybody watching, if they want to trade with Hobart's team who hasn't traded, anybody watching who has not traded and would like to trade with Hobart's team, you may currently tag Speakman until the wire closes and offer him a trade.
Open.
You currently have free reign over Hobart's team in terms of trade, Speakman. So anybody who wants to trade Hobart's team, Speakman is the one to contact. You have right now to reach him. In fact, maybe I should text Philip. Do you want anything off of Philip's team? Because he's been trying to trade.
Oh, bro, I haven't even looked at anyone's teams this season. I'm not gonna lie. I barely know what the team that I'm about to play with outside of 2 Pokemon. Sorry, 3 Pokemon. I get to play with Hisuian Arcanine again, so it's last season all over again.
Here we go with the first turn shift.
I don't really know how I feel about turn 1 Terraing, but in this case it makes sense.
So I've done, oh fuck. 2 poison types.
Oh god! I see,
Oh, fuck
I see why this game is first.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Jesus Christ.
And he survived by the focus sash. So,
oh my god.
I have turn 1 Terra recently, and it's only for specific situations, right? So, like, let's say I led, like, a strategy to proc all my stamina boosts for my Mudsdale on turn 1, and they led, like, a grass and a water type. I'm fucking turning Mudsdale into a steel type on turn 1. I'm gonna do it. Like, fucking, I'm not letting Mudsdale get hit. You know, like, so I think that there's something to be said. I think this specific situation, that was a perfect time to Terra on turn 1 because they were both poison types.
100%.
If he had decided to turn one of them to dark, he still would have swept one of them. So,
yeah,
that was a really good play.
One thing you'd fear at that point is just like speed tiering, but considering he Terra'd to avoid like poison moves killing him, worth it. Worth it 100%.
Absolutely. So we're halfway through the match now. I'm just kidding. It is a short one though, that's why it's first. You all know this. You know the fucking score. If it's the first match, it's not great, okay? Jordan, you remember this item?
Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah. He didn't even do anything.
Okay, this is gonna sound really, really rude. How do you not come stocked with an answer to this setup?
So,
like,
I'm gonna say the same thing that I said about Phillips week into this. So I need everybody to understand that, like, some of our players, like, don't pay attention to VGC or any meta shit, like, ever. They never have. They just like Pokemon, and that's why they joined. And so, like, I'm probably on the cusp, right? Like, I know the battle strategies, and that's just because, like, I actually put the little bit of extra effort in. But, like, Corey and Philip don't know things like this already. They don't know about Expanding Force probably at all, and if they did, They fucking definitely didn't expect it. And then outside of, I just feel like they don't
Oh God,
know.
Corey didn't play. Corey didn't play the last two
Yeah, he didn't
seasons,
play
did he?
last season, and he's not really on social media. He doesn't have a lot of, you know what I mean. So like he's not really tapped in here. So we gotta give him a little bit. And now we're Terra bugging just for the fucking stab. There's no, there's no. Oh jeez. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry. Anyway, he didn't know. So when he makes his team, he's focusing on like, how do I make my team work? Which I always preach that you should do, but he's also on the side of that, like he's not preparing for the opponent's team. So you have to make sure your team works first, and then prepare for the opponent's team. But you still have to do that second part of the preparing for the opponent's team, or else you're not gonna win. And that's just what it is, unfortunately. Um, like in against, say, and I'm sorry to throw them under the bus like this, but against certain players like Aris and Jordan Herrera, like they have size spam. Bring some fucking dark types and dark Terra types. Like bring it.
Yeah, I just
I'm
like
sorry,
this has
you
just
gotta
been
bring it.
brutal. This has been brutal, man.
He didn't even have to do this. He didn't even have to switch that out. He didn't even have to do that. Also, the fact that Corey set toxic spikes, that was tragic.
Yeah,
Dude, that
that was the
volume of
crunchiest
that was
audio
so
of all
crazy.
time.
What the fuck was that about, dude?
What is that?
What the fuck was that about? The rest of the audio all fine. Flash cannon audio. Like, what the fuck is that? Big man Blastoise, come on, baby. You gotta appreciate the skill too.
Oh, okay, hold on. This Blastoise set hurts me a little. I get it. I understand why it does not have fake out, but I would never not play fake out on Blastoise.
Right.
Dude, that's a crit, and it still does 2/3.
And then he does the audio again.
Bro, the audio for that move is cooked. Holy shit. I've never actually pressed Flash Cannon and listened to the sound, so I don't know if that's naturally the sound or if that's a Reese's recording that just hates that sound.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be. Philip is typing right now. He might be trying to get in touch with you, Speakman. I don't know.
Oh,
He's typing in the trade chat.
oh.
Yeah. And that's good. He asks what's for trade. You already
I'm reading, don't worry.
Alright, cool. So, guys, that is going to be the worst match of the week. I do apologize, Corey, that was your match. I'm sorry. You won last week, right? Like, so fucking not that big a deal.
Shit happens.
Yeah, like, not that big a deal. You took an L to the 4-time champ. It's okay. So,
Yep.
it's
There are
okay.
significant players to take an L2.
Yeah, you're fine. So, good for you. We're gonna skip on to the next one, which is Bosch Jalen. Now, this one I do, but I'm assuming Bosch has never recorded before, which is fine. He actually did a really good job, but like, just the timing of the recording, and I understand why he didn't. He didn't want to forget. Whatever. 47 seconds, Speakman.
Fun fact, I offered him my capture card, and he messaged me, and he goes, hey, let me get that capture card from you. And I go, okay. He goes, wait, aren't these like $20 on Amazon? And I went, well, yeah, you can get a $20 one on Amazon, but you're going to get what you paid for. And he goes, I'm just going to buy this. And so my capture card is still here at my house, which means I can record my match with Dan.
That's funny. That's funny because looking at this, like it's not that bad. Whatever he bought, like, is not that fucking bad. Like, I
It's
will
not going to
say,
be the quality of the recording because it's all, digital signal. It'll be
yeah,
how long the capture card itself probably lasts and any issues that it has with like audio.
yeah, that makes sense. Now, I will say that this is another situation of, and I feel so bad about this because like they want to play and I want them to play, but I sincerely feel like players like Jalen and to a certain extent Corey for the last match, like they don't necessarily know what they're getting into here.
Oh, hold on. Zach says no, don't do that.
Don't do what?
He said we don't know who's going to be taking over that team.
Currently, you are. That's the only option we have. So that is what's happening. And I think that a 2/3 ratio is fine. So, all right, do you agree, Speakman?
I'll step in. I don't really care.
Yeah, so for right now, temporarily, we don't have anybody, we don't have any other options, Zach. And anybody's gonna have to assume that team anyway.
I don't think he's
Like,
watching the stream. This was in the Discord.
that's okay. That's totally fine. I'm telling
Yeah.
you specifically why it works,
Yeah.
right? So, like,
Yep.
anybody who's gonna fill in is gonna get a team that they don't fucking know about anyway. So, currently putting Speakman in charge of moves for that is a good move. Like, it's only gonna get better.
Bro, I am significantly better of a team builder than almost anyone who will have that team. If they need to make replacements, sure, but let me get a chance to get it fixed up first.
Right, exactly. And that's how I feel about it. Like you're gonna fix it up, one, and two, like it can't get worse. It can't get worse. And it can only get better. And that's the only option we
Stuff
have
in
right
it.
now. Like I'm starting we're trying to move forward. You know what I mean? Like like we're trying to like advance. Like Zach doesn't have another option right now, and it can't get worse with you making moves. Um, hang on. Anyway, so we're not going to waste time on that. So
Yeah.
Jalen doesn't have a lot of experience. I think that we really need somebody from the OG mods. So like when I say OG mods, I mean basically like all of the original core players from like season 1 and 2. And that would be like, Jay, Jordan, and basically it's just like the old heads group chat. We all talked about it, and I think one of them is supposed to reach out. And again, they are the elite four, like top players anyway. They're gonna reach out to Jalen and try to take him under their wing because this week did not feel reflective of learning from last week in terms of genning bots. So we're gonna talk
Uh,
about that when we watch the match. It's 47 seconds. Are you caught up?
I am ready.
All right, one, two, three, and go. Good audio so far. The length of time, honestly, for a $60 card, or sorry, $20 card, like even if it just lasts them a season, that's not bad. I
It's
probably
not
wouldn't
terrible.
want to spend $20 a season, but
I spent $50 on mine. I mean,
right. So I have two
but I
capture
also
cards. I
plan
have
on
the
using mine for more than just Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I have
I
the
haven't,
external
but I
capture
plan on
card
it.
for my main computer, which is what we're using now, and then I have an internal capture card for my really nice computer, and that's what we used at the draft party, and that shit is fucking dope. Like I just have it plugged in directly to the motherboard, so like I just literally plug in HDMI's into the card on the board.
I had debating getting one of those, but I have like absolutely maxed out the
PCIP slots or whatever.
no, not the PCIe slots. I've maxed out the amount of shit that can actually use the fuck.
We got a drop from an ice beam.
Oh god, yeah, Ice Beam on a shell smash after a shell smash is just brutal. Not. It's really hard to know that he's gonna Ice Beam there if you're not used to Porygon 2, though. So I get it. My the I can't remember the term for it, but basically the amount of CPU things that can go to like your RAM and all the other stuff that you connect in.
So the
I've got
amount of
mine
threads
pretty
that
much
you have
maxed
is
out.
maxed out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Mine is pretty much maxed. I have a like a
What
US
are you
or
doing?
like a USB splitter card that. Oh, I have so much shit plugged into my PC at all times.
That doesn't even make sense to me. Like I have a lot plugged into my PC, right? Like both of my computers, right? I've got 4 monitors on this one that we're on right now, and like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Oh, no, I have peripherals. No. I have like peripherals. Like I have a gaming. I have like
So I have
wheel setup. I
So,
have.
alright, so I don't have, well, see, when I have stuff like that, like, I don't keep that plugged in all the time.
Oh, I do.
I only plug it in when I'm using it. Like, so, but I do have
everything
peripherals,
plugged
like,
in
I
forever.
have the Steam Deck thing where I can push buttons to, like, you know, do macros or whatever.
I have a lower powered CPU.
Zach
also,
comes
is
in
my problem.
to the stream just to bitch about the shell smash, not to ask questions about the fucking assumption of the team. Okay, Zach, you are so useless to me, bro. As a streamer, you know, Speakman, honestly, I think that you and I have been one of the best two-mans. I mean, me and Jay were really good. Me and Steven were really good. I gotta say,
I love you
like,
and Jay. I love you and Jay, man.
me and Jay is really good. That's probably my favorite. I'll be honest. I gotta be honest. Me and Jay, just me and Jay. No, that's actually not even true. Me, Jay, and Zach. And the reason that me, Jay, and Zach is really good is because like me and Jay like shit on Zach. So like the back and forth of those is like top. Oh, I'm just giving you shit.
Dude, this Hariyama
Zach.
is just doing so much. Hariyama is just doing
So I really
so
want
much.
to, I don't know, maybe if I can do it after I move, maybe I'll sit down with Jalen myself. But I have asked the mods, and I will ask again on stream, mods, if you're watching this, or really anybody, if you're watching this, please reach out to Jalen. Jalen, if you're watching this, don't be offended. Like, let somebody reach out and like talk you through some team comps with what, because your team itself, like the overall team is not bad. I think that it's just what you're using. That, and also like, why do we have Blaziken and Infernape on the same team, right? Like, so let's make some moves.
I think that people are just not using the trade system well enough this season, which is really disappointing because I am a huge fan of making big moves.
So
I think
have
that
to
trades
say
are cool.
that if we were, we would have to pull the data, but from what I'm seeing, I think we've actually engaged more trades on average this season so far.
Really?
Yeah, and
well, we're
what
only
it
2
comes
weeks
down
in,
to-
so
Right, but what it and that, so it's not fair to make the assumption now, but the trades that are happening are also like things. I think the double system really helped a lot, where we have people.
100%.
Like, I've personally made offers on the same Pokemon on 2 different teams multiple times over the last 2 weeks, basically 3 trade windows, and like I've gotten every time I wanted it, I got it. Like, I just got it from a different team. The first team fell through, second team said yes. Like, so I think that there have been some people that aren't willing to move certain stuff, and I think like sack up. You know, like, I have been moving stuff that I've just been doing stuff. Like, I want to have fun this year. I don't care about necessarily taking the whole season. And a lot of you really fucking shouldn't, because a lot of you aren't gonna make it. So have fun and like fucking just make moves that make you happy. Okay? Like, make moves though.
I think more people need to realize that there can only be one winner at the end of the season, and you should
Yes.
just play with Pokemon that are fun, still give you like a cohesive strategy.
Yeah, I don't want to I don't mean to like just butcher your team because you're not going to win because you're one of the lower ranked players. Like, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you're going to win, you're not going to win the way that you've been playing. So let's try some new shit. Let's you know, flex a little bit. Let's try to have fun with it. And I think that once you explore your options, you'll find better cohesion, and you'll find a better respect for the game.
If you're seeing that Drain Punch, I now see what you mean about the Jenning thing. That Drain Punch did very little.
Yeah. So, Zach, just so you're caught up while we're watching this, yeah, there's no way that he has EV training here, and if he does, it's not ideal. But Zach, just so I can catch you up to speed about the plan. So as of right now, Hobart's out because he can't do it. So we already had Speakman as an emergency contact, and I asked him. He said he would give me till Monday to give me an honest answer, but he said he would temporarily, at the very least, assume the team, and then any moves, anybody that's coming in has to assume the team anyway. So Speakman being in charge of wire trades and transfers right now for the team is only going to make it better. So letting him go ahead and have the access to the trades is going to help us not only help another player who wants to trade Hobart's team that can't, but it's going to help Speakman be more comfortable with the team that he's assuming. And then we have
Josh making the classic mistake.
yeah, Jalen, but yeah, or Bosch, my bad. Okay, Josh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
But we have technically approved a 2-1 for Speakman to assume the team, so he gets 2 wires and then 1 trade with anybody who hasn't traded. And that's just like we're just running with it, and temporarily, if we do get somebody that wants to assume the team, they can take it from Speakman, obviously. So like we're still looking for people, but we have to move forward. So Speakman is taking action.
This is an interesting reflect on a Tinkaton. I'm not sure I'm used to that. Even
so I got a team comp, or not a team comp. I got a set that Zach used before that I was like, I'll try it out because I was trying to get some insight on Tinkaton because I have never used her before. Zach used her a couple times, and like the team the set that Zach put together for the Tinkaton was so cool, bro. Like I don't want to say it because like I'm probably gonna use it later, but it was a really cool set, and it's got stuff on it that you wouldn't think about even for a Tinkaton. So like I'm excited to play with Tinkaton. I think that's a really cool Pokemon. And also my son got a Tinkatink this Christmas for his Pokemon Advent calendar, and he likes it.
Oh,
so,
sick.
You know, Tinkaton is on my team for Salem. Shout out Salem.
I really gotta ask, why does Sterile Edge has 2 fighting type moves on it?
You have to ask Josh that. And I gotta say, we still never got insight on his draft strategy. He said he had like a whole system. I would love to.
Oh, I've seen it.
Was it good? Would you use it in the future?
It was definitely interesting. So the system that he was using definitely helped to make it so that there wasn't an information advantage that other people had over him, because he was just able to see every option that everything had, and also see what every user of a specific thing was. So, like, he could go, okay, I need this kind of thing for speed control. What are my options available? And it was really intricate and really interesting. At the end of the day, it's effectively just getting rid of the information advantage that the rest of us have against him because he hasn't played. And once again, we're clicking Poltergeist with no item on the opposing Pokemon.
I would be really excited to see him, like,
provide... Okay.
I don't know if he'd be willing to, because, you know, maybe it gave him... I don't think it gave him an advantage so much as it evened the playing field for him. So, like, if he's willing, I would love for him to be able to provide that resource for other players, because there's a lot of... Like, for me, I do mushrooms, and I just do what the mushrooms tell me to do. Okay? So, like, that's how I draft, right? But other players like strategy. So, like, I think it would be really nice if he could provide that to other players like Jalen, and just in general, that seems like a really cool resource.
Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty nice resource.
So I would be interested to see if we could maybe incorporate that into next season. All right, so that's the end of that one. Oops, skip back to... All right, I paused it. Whatever. He won. Bosch won against Jalen, and that was a pretty good match. I think that, again, if you paid attention to some of the damage outputs there, I don't necessarily lean on you. What I say is what's been taken, and then I say this is what I'm looking for, and then you give me suggestions. Whatever, bro. All right. So Philip, this is your match. Yeah, Skip, I hear you. We're gonna just play it.
Wait a second. Am I seeing Thwacky Chestnut?
Yeah, you're seeing a double grass, and I actually, when we were practicing, I think I mentioned that, Phil, that you should probably switch that up, but you didn't. So okay. But I also didn't give you much good feedback. I will say that I've been really bad at giving Philip feedback this year because I haven't even had time to look at my own shit. I've been moving, as evidenced by the art that's missing. So like I just haven't had time. I like this week against Dan, no excuses. I'm not even trying to take anything away from my opponent. I didn't plan anything. I just made stuff for fun, And then I got drunk because the only time that we could play was boys' night, which I get drunk every Thursday with my friends. That's what I do. My son is watched by somebody else. I get drunk with my friends on Thursdays. It was the only time that Dan and I could play. So when we played, I was hammered and I didn't put any effort into the team. So that's one thing. But I just don't have time to help people this year. Like if you send me Pokemon to make for you, I'll make them, but I just can't help this year. I'm sorry. And we're gonna go ahead and start the battle so I can take this call. You ready?
Yep.
All right, one,
Is it just start from the
two,
beginning?
yeah, 1, 2, 3, go. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll just start from the beginning.
I actually like the Thwacky here, because it being just a free counter to the potential Psy spam is really, really strong. just just a free option to beat specifically that. I don't know that I like the Sneasler in this matchup because you know you're going to be under the influence of Psychic types and Trick Room the entire game. So, win some, you lose some. Um, there is basically no audio here, so yeah, it just gets to listen to the sounds of my beautiful voice, which all of you probably hate at this point. Yo, his team is insane. Not gonna lie, it's a crazy team. I am not surprised that you had issues prepping for this. Just you cursing up a storm. That's why it is I don't record what I'm saying when I play my matches, because I'm normally like, I suck, I suck, I suck, I suck, I'm bad, I'm bad. Oh, they're bad, they're bad, they're bad. No one wants to hear that. Wait a minute. Does that protect follow me? Oh, the flame body proc. It's gonna happen on the pop bomb, but ugh. Oh, that's brutal. That's just cruel and unusual punishment. Okay, the U-turn pivot was good. I don't know if Chestnut is the thing to bring out. You're staring down a fire type and a psychic type, and you have a grass and fighting type. Got a lot of finger wagging, a lot of following. Okay. And Trick Room is now up. Yep. As much as that was a good turn technically for Phil, follow me getting off, your opponent not pressuring either of your Pokemon, Trick Room going up is just brutal because this Chestnut is just not slow. Oh no! Oh, that's terrible. That is in fact bad. Phil, do you have is it Citrus Berry on the Chestnut?
All right, guys. Sorry about that.
Phil, the reason why it didn't proc Citrus Berry is because your HP EVs are off. If your HP is an odd number, I can't remember if it's odd or if it's even. Yeah, okay, there it is. Zach's right. Yeah, if it has to be even so that it goes to exactly 50% as opposed to 50% plus 1 HP.
Yeah, and unfortunately, again, I didn't have time to review your sets, which that's, I mean, again, I did ask you to ask Zach, but uh, I couldn't give you that advice at the time because I just fucking don't have the time. I
But yeah,
really hate. Go ahead.
this is a really going to be a really painful turn.
Yeah, I really hate that that it feels like well, I'm not like blowing people off. I just fucking literally can't do it this year. Like I don't want I hate to like throw people to the wolves, but like, even Ty hit me up for like Pokemon the other day and I was like, "Bro, like there are Jenning bots like that we have in the chat. Like I am busy working and like trying to like move." And he was like, "Oh, I just wanted it for my friend." I was like, "No big deal. I'll make it for you. Just like give me your shit and be ready." And so I don't mind helping players. All right, I will make your Pokemon for you, and I will trade them to you. If you ask me to make your Pokemon for you, please be prepared to have them done in 5 fucking minutes, because most of the time I'm gonna be done immediately. All right, and then be prepared to pick them the fuck up, because I'm at work. All right. So if you need help, I'll make your Pokemon, but I just cannot. I fucking cannot help you formulate strategies this year. And that's not just for you, Phil. I'm sorry. But for you, Phil, I will make an effort to attempt to do more. I'm not a reliable source this year, and I need that to make that clear. Like I'm in it for fun this year. I'm not even trying on my own team. So
And I'm asking you for every single thing that I should do for the rest of the season. If you don't give me all of the tips and tricks, you're cringe and rude, and I hate you.
oh well.
Um,
What is your name, Evan?
yo, calm down, buddy, calm down.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Yo.
Sorry about that, guys.
So anyway, that Mabosif did a lot of damage with that crunch. I
Clip that.
was not prepared for that much.
Clip that, somebody.
Indeedee coming in while the Thwacky is on the board, just brutal. Just a brutal spot to be in. Just
Yeah. Honestly, like the terrain war, so like I have Pincurchin on my team, and one of the things that I had been doing, um, is just playing like randos when I made my
Mhm.
fun team, and like I will say that a lot of people use terrain and randoms, and like it was such a fun thing to just toss in a Pincurchin and be like, fuck your terrain, bro. It's gone now. Like, go fuck yourself. What's up, James? It's nice to see you, bud. Thanks for joining the stream, man. We don't see you very often, and we always like to see you. So I appreciate you showing up. And your art's been crazy this year. Keep posting that in the art channel on the Discord. For those of you that are on the Murasama Media Twitch, like we don't actually have the PLC Discord link here. We're gonna have a little bit of reverb there. Sorry about that, guys. Do we? I don't think we have the PLC Discord linked. We have my official Discord linked. So what you can do is you can click the Facebook link on the Facebook Pokemon League Championship, and that has the Discord pinned to it. Okay. So that's how you'll get to the Discord.
How did we let someone get Indeedee Armarouge Hatterene?
Uh, is that Jordan's team? Yeah, Jordan's team
Yeah?
is pretty good. So it's not that we did. First of all, I'm gonna make a distinction that there were
Oh,
two
sorry, hold
draft
on.
pools.
Y'all, let me get that straight, because I haven't played yet.
Right. But like, yeah, you can also get on that train, right? Like, I wasn't a part of that other draft pool. You guys fucking let him draft that. Like, you guys not only did you let him draft those 3 Pokemon, you let Brendan draft 3 terrains out of gate.
You know, I
Like,
bro, the amount of shit that I am surprised people got away with in our draft. Mm,
dude, like, and I was talking about it last week. Like, there was like 4 to maybe 5 teams that were really good on your side, but then there were like 5 to 6 teams that were like not that good. And
yep.
then on our side, it was like 6 to 7 teams that were really good, and then there was like maybe 4 to 3 teams that weren't that good. And like, it's just like, and I think it comes down to what you said last week about there was more experience on the other draft in terms of like draft experience, and then also we like to fuck each other over because there was more OGs over there, so we're always fucking each other over by like taking stuff that we know the other person wants. And fucking
Dude,
you guys in the Maryland draft
nobody in
were
Group
just
B
like,
counter drafted. Nobody
yeah, you
counter
guys in
drafted.
Maryland were just like, everybody cool? You guys can have what you want. Like, like
Again,
so
don't blame me. I'm not the one that did that. I was just leading the charge.
Right, yeah, no, but I heard great things about you drafting for or helping people draft, but or not helping, but rather being the coordinator. And but everybody else, I was surprised. Like Philip was coming back into our draft room. Him and Jordan were both coming back into our room while we were drafting and being like, dude, do you guys see what the fuck is going on over there? They're not doing anything. They're not drafting
Was
shit.
like, well, dude, half of them were in a room together. They still somehow colluded to not stop each other.
That's insane. So this is the match, the aforementioned match of me, and we're just gonna start from the beginning. It doesn't matter. This is me versus Dan. Again, this team is not planned for Dan. This is just a fun team. That's all it is.
This is just 6 Pokemon.
This is 6 Pokemon that I wanted to play, and I was hammered. And so this is that game. You ready, Speakman?
I'm ready.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and go.
I'm for sure using one of my wire picks to get Houndoom off the wire.
Oh yeah,
I
go
don't.
ahead and do
I
that.
don't even care. I don't even care how that helps or hurts my team. That is 100%. I just want Houndoom to play with again. Like
Well,
I
you
do
got
not
two.
care
You
what
get
happens
two
this
wires,
season.
so.
I know. I know.
I'm sorry, Phil. You're fucked. Maybe now he'll have something you want to trade, but he's not going to trade it because he loves Houndoom.
Dude, Houndoom is one of my favorite is my favorite Pokemon.
So we started out really strong here, actually.
Ooh.
I'm like, this is great for me. I feel like.
Ooh. Haven't seen Sceptile shiny in this game yet. I like that.
I don't want Trick Room to go up, so I'm gonna shut that down. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just try to Stone X, I guess. Like.
This is gonna sound like a stupid question. A Lone Executor learns Trick Room?
Yes, it does. Yeah. And the only
I
reason I
used
know
that
that
mod for a whole season and didn't know that.
the only reason I know that is because Zach's annoying as fuck. And he uses Alolan Executor very often. So I saw that and I said, nope, I'm going to shut that down because I've seen a couple people lose to Trick Room turn 1 recently and I'm not ready for that.
Phil, I have a shrine to Howler and Houndoom in my room right now.
We play next week, Phil? God damn it. I didn't want to do that, man. Fuck, man. Fuck.
Shedtail?
Fuck you, dude.
Man,
No, you can't
today.
only battle Thursday. Yeah, no, I saw that and I was like, I'm okay with this. I was okay with this, and so you'll see where I mess up. There's a specific point. So just so you guys know, I'm doing overtime right now. I'm doing overtime right now, and I'm just sitting on my computer. And then my boss just goes like, "You can stay till midnight," and I go, "Yeah, I'm locked in. We'll reevaluate at 11:45."
There has never been a less locked in person. I'm starting to see where you fucked up.
Yeah, so there's that, right? There's that. This does happen, and that was interesting. I'll say that much. I was like, okay, that sucks, but that's okay.
You somehow got a good HP on this mouse hold because it took 7 hits for the pop bomb to kill itself, and Rocky Helmet does 1/6.
Oh,
This cool
now you're
stable
gonna
has done
collude
all
with
of the
Zach
work in the
against me
world.
this week after I just said I fucking can't plan? Great, good job, guys. Fuck me over. I guess I'll take 2 losses in a row. God damn it! All right, so now I'm like,
Spoilers.
well, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with Phil next week. So now I'm like,
Watching your game.
oh yeah, you know, you didn't have to point it out. So I'm really having a hard time. Like, do I lean in? I don't need to. I did switch to Terra Steel, and this was probably a mistake. I don't think I needed the Terra Steel here, but I did. So
This music fucks.
yeah, this music does fuck. I actually still to this day don't know what the songs sound like. I just pick them based on vibe, like name vibe.
I pick one song at the beginning of the game, and I've never used a different one. That's just how it works.
I would have done that, and then I had done that for a while, but then eventually I was like, oh, let me switch it up. So like I just pick a different name based on vibe. So here's where I fucked up. I should have attacked right there. Could have just done X Scizor. I probably would have survived the Draco Meteor, even if I did, like, it wasn't that big a deal. But I wanted the Earthquake to not kill me. So that's actually probably not where I fucked up. Honestly, I'm a little tipsy right now, so I don't even really know what's going on in this game.
Fair enough.
On rerun, like this is all new to me because I didn't watch it the first time. There is a time I fuck up because I remember thinking, man, you fucked up, and I do think that I Terra'd a little early there. I don't think I needed a Terra there. And here I'm like, I'm still in a really good position. Like, you can see that it's 5-5. Like, I'm still in a really good position. That's what's weird about this game, right? Like, we're 5 minutes in, and there's not a clear winner. We're very back and forth, and he has injured Pokemon in the back. So, like I'm not in a bad position. I'm trying to decide, do I need Rock Slide or do I need to do the Body Slam, and I can't make up my mind here. And I think, no. See, I should have done X Scizor. If I was going to do this, like here, I would have done, I was only choosing Stone Axe to do super effective on Ceruledge, but I didn't go back and switch to X Scizor. So that's one point you can point out where I'm clearly drunk, because that doesn't make any sense. Why would I Stone Axe? I already set Stone Axe, so the things are up, and I could have done the X Scizor on the Executor to do extra damage, and I did. But it
didn't matter.
So
It didn't matter.
Still, bad call.
We made a massive misplay. It cost us nothing. It cost us our time.
So yeah, that Ceaseless Edge was a pretty good amount of damage for that.
But it's
And
not
now
a 2-hit KO, so like
Yeah, but
that's like the nice thing.
It is becoming clear to me that this is like over right now. Like, we're in a situation right now where, like, I know I'm gonna lose this horse because he's not strong enough to survive 2 more hits. So like, now I have to decide who am I gonna kill, and then I'm gonna fake out this Ceruledge so it doesn't do anything, and then he protects. So like, I could have killed the Ceruledge, who was actually doing damage to the Mudsdale, but instead I targeted.
I made the correct move body pressing that slot because I expected the Executor to switch, quite honestly.
Yeah, I should have body pressed the Ceruledge, and I had thought about that, but you know.
But I think I was always expecting fake out on the Ceruledge, so I guess, I mean, he made the right call. He made the absolute right call.
Now,
one thing I will say, Dan is always hard.
Yeah, Dan is hard. Now I will say that like I didn't mind taking this L, and that's another reason I didn't actually care about not planning, because historically our record is heavily in my favor, both post and during season. It's crazy. It's like
To
before
be
this
fair,
match.
Dan's playoff record is not
No,
particularly
Dan's
great.
playoff record is pretty bad, and I'm sorry about that. So playoff record aside, though, our actual in-season record between each other, it was before this was like 4-2. Now it's like 4-3. So again, spoiler alert. And this right here switching. I should just left him in, right? I didn't have a reason to
That's
switch.
brutal.
I had no reason to switch. So I come in and immediately get nerfed on my guy, and I'm like, all right, this is GG now. Like
That is a crazy play from Dan.
Yeah,
I'm not
we're
gonna lie. That's crazy.
we're game over now. Now I'm literally just playing for fun, and I know that too. So I'm like, maybe I could like first impression for the auto kill, or like,
Dog, that is a wild play.
Yeah, it was really good.
I mean, like, wild, like, I don't like it. Like, Dan played really well the turn before. I don't know if I liked that, but it worked out. But, God, was not expecting that.
Yeah, so I swapped in a little early, cost myself some stuff. I should just let the horse die, right? Like, even if it didn't die, I could have potentially gotten another body press out of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
And your horse was going before the Sarah Ledge in Trick Room, and that was last time in Trick Room.
Exactly. I had no actual reason to swap, right?
That's why I don't like what Dan did there, because realistically, if he's expecting you to switch, it doesn't make any sense. Because you know it's not going to die to the Sarah Ledge attack, and it will outspeed the Sarah Ledge, thanks to Trick Room. The Executor can't kill it, so it needs a double attack to be able to break the horse, which it's not going to do. Yeah, that's wild on Dan's part. That is a wild play on Dan's part. That's absolutely wrecked by you making it work.
That's the key shifting point, actually, is that I swapped it that turn. Like, I didn't have to do that, right? Like, like I had no reason to do that. And that was I remember thinking, like, there was one move that happened, and it was that, because I got burned as well, which was just superlative of the whole thing. Like, I didn't have to switch. The burn was my fault. Like, what the fuck? Like, but yeah, no, ultimately Dan lucked out on my bad play. Like, that's what's crazy about it, is, like, he had to make a bad call to succeed, right? Like, he made a bad call and won because of it.
That is, hey, you know what? You guys are both great players, which is why it is I'm going to treat you guys shittier when you make bad plays. That was one of the worst turns I've ever seen work out.
Yeah, that was really crazy for him to just, like, succeed on what is ultimately, like, a really shitty call.
That Giga Drain did so little.
So, you know, we got this choice item. Actually, the other thing that's fucked up here is, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually not my choice item. This is not my choice item. No, it is. It is. Okay. It's got to be, because my non-choice. Yeah,
choice scarf, yeah.
Yep. So I'm locked in too. That's the other part. Is like, I'm like, I'm stuck.
That's brutal. That's so brutal, man. That's just so fucking brutal.
Yeah, it was a really good turn to be dumb and work out. And then the Cerule Edge will take out my Chibikage. And now we're just like, now we're fighting for score. So there really isn't much I can do to win. I can only lower the negative score. And that's the other thing about, like, at the end of this game, what you'll see is that his team is mostly dead. Like,
Yep.
So not only did he make a really bad call that worked out for him, but he made a lot of really good strategic switches that kept score good for him. So like in general, this was just a fantastic week for Dan in his skill. Um, and it was a very poor showing of my skill, and just like in general, it worked out for Dan. So to watch it, it is painful to relive this when, especially when I put it into that perspective for not only myself but the audience. That not only did I make terrible calls, but Dan made terrible calls and won because of the bad calls. So
Zach, if you missed the preamble, Ian was intoxicated during this game.
not only intoxicated, but absolutely no preparation. Not only that, like I was intoxicated, and like then both my brother and my best friend Jackson were in the room with me, also intoxicated, and they were like, "Do this, do that," like, yeah, Zach, why not Delphox, right? Because I'm drunk, all right? I'm hammered. That's why not Delphox. That's why. And here's me realizing it. Watch this. Look. Oh, fuck. I should have brought in Delphox. Right here. Immediately. I'm an idiot, right? So there were like, so after that first move with the swap out, every other turn after that, there was a bad call. Literally, every single other turn. Here's the end of the horse. The end of that. Could have let him die in Trick Room.
He wouldn't have died. He would have gotten the KO on the Ledge.
Yep, that's right. That's right, Speakman.
Crazy.
That's right. That's correct.
It's crazy how
That's
that one swap literally killed your entire game.
But he would have got the kill, and then later on, the Haxorus could have come in and just swept.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
You're right. Now Trick Room's up, and now I'm depressed.
Trick Room's up
because I have a burned 1 HP Pokemon left. And one Pokemon with no choice item. I'm like, oh fuck. What do I do? Do I go for the try to get as much damage as I can out, I guess? So I go for the first impression and the Dazzling Gleam to just try to clean up like a good 2 hits if I can. And it doesn't work out for me.
With the fucking Giga Drains.
I know, I was pretty upset about
Giga
that.
Drain. Oh man, you're gonna get beaten by your own throat spray.
Right, before I get to actually use it.
Yeah. That's wild.
A non-burned first impression OHKOs that Pokemon every time.
Do you know what's even funnier? Do you want to know why? I think the Ledge only outsped the Delphox there because of the Rock Tomb that you used earlier on it. With the Tinkaton.
Interesting. But yeah, so I take the loss 4-0.
Brutal.
And it was not a great showing by me. It wasn't. And
is it really fast?
I didn't really expect it to be a good showing because I knew going in that I would be drunk. And I also knew that I didn't plan anything.
Oh shit, that thing's got 104 base speed. You're right. That's fucking crazy. Did not know that Mon was fast.
Yeah.
Assume that Mon was like 85 base speed.
No, yeah, Delphox is actually really good.
I've never looked at Delphox's stats.
Honestly, like Delphox is low key really good. Like
it's fine. It has.
Here's
what
what actually helped.
Very restrictive.
Here's what helped Delphox. Psychic Noise. That alone is an amazing attack that shuts down healing and gives access to Magician through Throat Spray. Like, Psychic Noise alone makes Delphox, like, pretty cool. And I can say that because I fucking fought Jay in multiple scrims that Delphox swept 4 Pokemon each time. One time, I fucking used Throat Spray, and then I took a fucking berry, ate it, and then fucking used another attack and took a leftovers. And I fucking killed 3 of his Pokemon with just the Delphox healing itself on the merit of stealing other people's items. So Delphox is low key a cool Pokemon, and also I just love Delphox. So I fucking I just wanted Delphox. But now we're
Fair
on
enough.
J-Wade versus Zach. So Zach's probably gonna tune out. We'll see. I don't know. But Zach here brought his Sandcore with his Clefable Gengar combo, so Shadow and Light together.
I have a question. Why
I'm
the
willing to
fuck is this
answer.
Pokemon named Manicotti? What about what about Magmortar makes you think pasta in the first place?
Maybe like
How pasta obsessed do you have to be?
baked pasta maybe. I mean he's got the so all right, so manicotti, right? Noodles, the hands, right? Exact there he goes. He just confirmed it's the manicotti arms.
Man, you really
The
are
baked
pasta,
ziti
okay?
arms.
It's
Baked ziti arms. No, first of all,
get the
I actually really don't like that you've called him pasta because let me just say something. Zach doesn't fucking know pasta, and Zach is actually like
I
pasta
doesn't.
amateur. I'm
I know.
disgusted by the pasta
hmm
that Zach likes. I'm a
This man
pasta
ordered
guy.
pasta.
I
This
fucking
man
make
ordered
lasagna
pasta
from
delivered to his
scratch.
house. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
I fucking hate this man when it comes to pasta. I'm pasta. Anyway, so we're
Let's
gonna
start the game.
I'm first generation Irish Italian, you piece of shit. I'm just kidding. So, 25 seconds whenever you're ready.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, 1, 2, and 3, go. Now, I like to make a joke. I'm first generation Irish Italian because my best dishes. I'm Irish, first of all. I'm like literally when we did the DNA test, I'm 99.9% Irish, like all in one specific area of Ireland. But I have a little bit of like Dutch in me.
Oh,
Um,
this is
I
Zach.
make I make lasagna from scratch. I make many different pasta dishes from scratch that like I like specialize in pasta. Oh, this capture card sucks. It's skipping a lot. But I make a
I
lot of
think your
different
capture
pastas
card
from
is
scratch.
dying.
It's probably his computer, honestly. He's got a really old computer.
That's true.
But I'm really good at making pasta. So when Zach talks about pasta, it makes me mad. It makes me really mad, actually.
Dude, I know how to do all of like the really good stuff with cooking. I hate cooking for myself, man.
Can I ask you a question,
It's so
Steven?
lonely. Yeah, man.
Um, I went through my surgical pathway. Have you
hmm
thought about that at all?
Um,
I don't mean to.
I will
I
probably
know that we're
consider
on.
it at some point.
I know that we're on a stream. It seems a little inappropriate.
I
I'm
don't care.
sorry.
I don't give a shit.
I only bring it up because I
I've
know that
talked
we
about
have a
worse things
mutual
on this
friend.
stream.
Right. Yeah. Right. We have a mutual friend that was a teacher. I don't remember his name. I also hear he's kind of an asshole. Whatever. He had the surgery
Matt?
as well.
Yeah.
Um, and it seemed to be successful for him. I also had the surgery, and it's been successful for me. And I will say that cooking, like, I've changed a lot of what I think about cooking. I already cook. I cooked a lot beforehand, but like I changed a lot of the way that I think about cooking and what I prepare. But it hasn't like, but I haven't like dialed back deliciousness. So
That's fair.
like I've found a way to like make like high protein dishes that are like still really really tasty. And that's actually like the surgery helped me, but really it was like my ability to restructure my diet, my dietary, like, and a lot of it was helpful to not be able to eat a lot, right? But like the restructuring of my dietary mentality in terms of like protein versus other stuff, like fucking totally transformed everything. And I will say that like cooking is very fun for me. So if you don't like cooking,
It's you and I can have a larger discussion about this another time.
yeah, I'm sorry
Frankly,
about that.
one where we're not on a stream, and two, it's not 11:45, and as soon as we finish the stream, I'm going to bed kind of a night.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I'm
sorry
down
about
to
that,
have
Speakman.
a
That's
greater
a little
conversation with
inappropriate.
you about this.
Yeah,
Oh
not
no,
just
I don't
inappropriate,
care.
but like probably displaced.
I
Um,
don't give a shit.
yeah, but no,
No, like this is really just a different time kind of conversation, but I would love to have this conversation with
yeah, no,
you. Like quite
I
honest.
would like to have that conversation as well, and we'll just change subject now. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
So the
No,
helping
you're
hand goes off
again,
for the Don
again,
fan.
not the well, stream problem, the time of night problem.
We just get
Yeah.
like
Oh,
we
this
get
is
into
a choice
conversations
locked
and
Don
like
fan.
we forget that we're shit talking matches. Kangoria's Soul here is really interesting
This
to
is
follow me.
the cursed body proc on the choice band Don fan. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious.
The helping hand is amazing.
Helping hand struggle.
So Speakman, I'm sure you saw, but Reese says he wants Wheezing. He'll give you Sylveon next
I
week.
saw. I know.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it. I don't know what I think about it, but
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. We got some moves that happened late while we were streaming. So Jordan drops Rotom Fan for Berserker, which not a huge fan, but also not bad, I guess. And then Jalen actually makes a move, dropping Bamblegast for Scovillain.
yeah, I did see that.
So that's interesting. So I actually offered to make a lasagna for the season 10 draft, and like the unilateral answer was that they didn't want me to have to make pasta that day. But like I'm willing to do
it
that.
ahead
So
of time.
like so you can't, so I refuse to make it ahead of time, but what I don't refuse to make, I can make the sauce ahead of time, which that does take about 4 hours. So like I can make the sauce
But you can
ahead
also
of time.
you can make the pasta dough the day before and just have it be in the fridge.
So yeah,
Like,
no,
pasta
I
dough
can
is
make,
fine to
I can
sit for a
do
day.
the, I can do
Doesn't
the,
take
I
that
can
long
do
to roll out.
the prep. I can do the prep the day before. That's fine. And then make the lasagna the day of. So I did think about that this year, but we weren't super prepared for like a cooking meal this year. I think next year, because I'm gonna be in Winston-Salem next year, so like I'm actually gonna have to travel down with Zach and probably Jay from New York. So we're thinking about maybe renting an Airbnb. It would be cool if people from Maryland could make it. That would be awesome. I know Brandon was talking
please,
about maybe making it.
can it just be 1 week earlier in January? Just 1 week earlier,
Sure.
and I can
I mean,
make
yeah. Like we just need to know that before we plan.
Yeah.
You tell us like a limit, right? You tell us,
Okay.
I can't do it by January 16th, whatever. Like
Easy.
the draft has to be done by X time. We'll schedule it for that, and then we'll rent the Airbnb. And like everybody's coming to the party. We'll split a little bit of it, and then the people that are actually staying at the Airbnb, like me, Jay, Zach, maybe potentially you, will like pay a little bit more towards the Airbnb, right? And then
I'm down.
And then that way, like, not only do we have a place to stay, but we have a place to have the party, and then I'll fucking make the pasta. Yeah, we missed a crazy play, but we're talking about
Zach,
pasta.
when have we
right
ever
now,
talked
bro.
about the Pokemon during the Pokemon stream?
We're talking about pasta, bro.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I'm also gonna make my sriracha from scratch. So I'll make the sriracha from scratch, and I'll make the pasta from scratch.
Yo, clear smog? Okay, I dig it.
Yeah, that was really cool. Somebody did clear smog the turn before as well. Or no, I'm sorry. No, this was the turn I'm an idiot. My bad.
I did see it. I did see it happening, Zach. I just thought it was very funny and didn't want to acknowledge it because
we missed the psych up is what we missed.
Yeah, psych up is a crazy move. But you know, a +1 on everything is it's fun. It's cool. There are many cooler things I've seen, but psych up on a coma at +1 on everything is pretty alright. I'll take that. Jay Wade, you're doing some really cool shit recently. I'll give you props for that.
Hang on. Don't just all right. Yes, I agree. Speaking. Okay, but like just don't tell him that because like he's such an asshole. Like he's such an asshole.
Man,
I'm sorry.
I've been
Jay,
trying to be
like,
more positive this season. Last season,
Can
2 seasons
you-
ago when I was on here all the time, I was such an asshole, and I
Jay,
feel like I
wait.
was overly critical. And now I'm trying to be nice and give props.
Let's say this, Speakman. You, at your worst, you weren't even a tenth of the Dan Brendan combo that we had. And I'm sorry, Dan Brendan, but you guys were toxic. Like, you guys were really bad in terms of like shit talking people. Like, it just became every week. Like, I would get drunk with Zach and then let Brendan and Dan shit on everybody all over the fucking stream. Safety
Okay,
goggles.
Jay, this Ninetales is sick. To say this Ninetales is sick. It's up for choice and helping hand struggle from earlier.
With the safety goggles. So really good play by Jay Wade in general. I just want to point out, first of all, there are some plays. So Zach is on his game. There is a play coming up in a little bit that will highlight like where the match is going. And what I want to say is that Jay Wade not only prepared for this battle with his team, but he also played impeccably. So, you know, I'll give you your flowers, Jay Wade. Normally you're a piece of shit asshole, but like, you did a really good job this week. So, enjoy it. Because, goddamn, 6th life. Holy shit, and we trigger the berry. Goddamn, this match.
Oh,
This was
brutal.
almost the last match. I almost saved this for the last match because this in general was just a phenomenal match. I watched this match and I was really excited to see this match. Not only that, but Zach actually hit me up after this match and we talked a little bit and I was just like this is crazy. Look at the HP
There's
spread.
so much damage on
you
all
see
of
that?
Zach's team.
Did you see that?
Oh
Like
my
that
God.
was crazy. Like he's been making switches to try to protect his score, but I think what he ultimately did was actually damage his overall chances because
I don't even
he
think
could
that he
have
did it
lost
to
a
protect
couple-
his score. He's doing it because they are correct switches to make. And like this battle has just been hard. This has been a hard fight.
Yeah. So we get the protect, and also Garganackle, chef's kiss. Love
Oh, actually, oh my God! What's that plus 2? So I kind of expect that, but damn!
that.
Holy
And
crap.
Garganackle with the recover.
Oh, Jay Wade having a perfect team here, or not turn, turn. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so clean. That's so clean, dude. Yeah, Dan, this is one of the best matches I've seen in a while. Also, Dan, you made the biggest misplay that somehow worked out, and I don't get it.
Well, you get it. Again, I was
That's-
drunk. Speak, like.
No. Dan, you're misappropriating why it is that it's a misplay, I think. It's because you should have just kept it. There's no reason to expect the Mudsdale to switch because it's probably killing the Sarah Ledge there. If Ian is not intoxicated. But yeah, yeah.
And you know what? I can't even say. You know, I can't say that because I don't want to take away from Dan's play, right? Like he did
Dan
the
played,
right call.
Dan played really well most of that game.
To say,
That was like the one turn where I was like, "This is a bad turn." But
so for me to like
specifically,
for me to just like to discount it as me being drunk, like, and I was, but like I just don't want to do that, you know, like I don't want to be that guy that's like I could have won if I wasn't drunk, like come on, like I lost.
Dan, it's +1 heavy slam, or not heavy slam, whatever the fighting move is that
It
uses
was
your
body
defense.
press, and I was
Body press.
Actually at the time I think I was at +2.
You're only at +1. You only took 1 attack.
Oh. Still.
But yeah, you die for you die to that. So you should. And Cerulege could not kill. I'm pretty confident in that damage. I'm pretty sure I know what Cerulege's defense is like.
neither here nor there, Dan. We're not trying to take away your win, okay?
No,
Nobody's
not the
saying that.
win. That
Nobody's
turn is
saying
just
that.
really
We're
fun.
saying that I made a bad call. Like,
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Ian fucked up really hard. Oh, hey, look, a bot. Look at that
oh
bot.
shit.
Hey,
Stream
someone
boo,
kill a bot.
stream boo. Yeah, I don't know. I need to make some of you guys mods. I actually need to make some of you guys mods. I've been fucking up. In traditional Zack style, we get to the last 5 seconds of the
Yep.
turn every goddamn time.
He's
I
taking his
know,
time
right?
to think out his move.
Let's change hats midstream. Boom! Gengar hat. Now that's a solid hat, honestly. I gotta say, guys, if you like Pokemon and there is a style of clothes that you like, hoodie, beanie, baseball cap, there's really quality stuff at Pokemon. So one of my favorite things I ever got, and this was actually one of the first things I got, was this Score Bunny hat. So they had, when Sword and Shield came out, they had a my first partner like set, like my first whatever the region was called, I forget, um, of Scarlet and Violet, or I'm sorry, Sword and Shield, and basically they had like a British varsity style design for every starter, and I have the original varsity style design Score Bunny with the Score Bunny hat and the Score Bunny scarf, and like those were such high quality items that like I've been buying items from Pokemon Center ever since in terms of clothes. Like actually probably like a majority of the clothes that I wear in terms of winter time are Pokemon Center exclusive clothes, if I'm being honest.
That's crazy, dog.
Like the hoodies and the hats and the shirts, like I have a shit ton of Pokemon exclusive clothes that I wear in the winter. I've got a hoodie that they do, so check this out. One time randomly, they came out with a hoodie that was just mushroom Pokemon. It was all mushroom Pokemon. That was it. And it was like tie-dye mushroom Pokemon. I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy that. For sure, I'm buying a mushroom Pokemon hoodie that's exclusive from Pokemon Center. That's they just basically they follow me on Twitter and they follow on Facebook and shit and Instagram, and they just say, "What's Ian gonna buy? Let's make clothes."
Zach, that's a really good thing to notice there.
What did he?
That is, he noticed that the Komao didn't take damage from the sand, which means it's overcoat and not soundproof.
Interesting. And he is soundproof.
Now that could have been really disastrous.
If he was soundproof, yeah. If he was soundproof,
No. Not even if it was soundproof. If Jay Wade had expected it to be soundproof like it normally is.
Well, why would he bring overcoat?
He was he said he was afraid of a Moongus, so I mean it's pretty good. And sand, you know. But yeah, that could have happened the whole time, and that was. But yeah, that was a good game. That was a good fucking game.
Yeah, that was
a
an
close
excellent game.
3-0, a very close 3-0.
That was an excellent game. I loved that game. And the only reason that this game is the last game of the week is because of just the quality that we're looking at here. Like this game, this Brendan versus Mike game is playoff worthy. It's really good. It's a really good game. So we're gonna watch that. Speakman, it is at 4 seconds.
4 seconds. I give 1 second.
Yeah. So this is
There we go.
just an amazing game. I mean, look at the teams that we're talking about here, right? Like Electabuzz, like so people sleep on it, but Hisuian Decidueye is actually really good. It's a really good typing. It's a really good Pokemon. He's got the Sandcore. He's got Primarina. In general, like Hendo is looking pretty good. So, over
But
here on Brendan's
Brendan's
team,
team is also scary.
yeah, really good. The only thing that is almost like you could maybe discount would probably be like the Hydrapple, and he's just using that for fun because he wanted to use it, right? So
Yeah.
like, so that's what that's about. And also, just a point of advice for you, Brendan, I would probably use Hydrapple with like a weakness policy, just so you know. It has really good weakness policy sets.
Yeah.
Third hat, third hat. We got the Ninetales hat coming in for the end of the stream.
If only you'd put on the Ninetales hat during the last game where Ninetales was,
Yeah,
doing
that would
all
have
the
been a great.
work.
I actually didn't know that. So, but yeah, Ninetales hat. Great, great. All right. So 4 seconds. Let me know if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and go.
It's not that Hydrapple is bad here, Dan. It's just that, like, it's the least intimidating immediately mon on the team. But we know that Hydrapple is a good Pokemon. It can do a lot of work.
When you look at the rest of Brendan's team as well, though, on that
I mean, I'm more afraid of it than I am the Feraligatr or the Tauros,
Well, the thing is, he had better options. He had a better option than that.
Fair enough.
And here he leads it, so he wants to get it out of the way first.
Yeah.
Which I kind of respect. Because either it works or it doesn't, right?
Yep.
At least you're not wasting late turns trying to make it work.
Oh! That is a set, huh? That is one of the sets of all time that I have seen from Brendan.
Expand on that.
Stellar Terra Nasty Plot, 2 attacking moves.
Interesting.
I don't hate it. I just...
Let's see if it works out for him, Colin.
Now here's a guy.
Turn 1, another turn 1 Terra for this week.
Yep. We almost saw second. Brendan almost Terra.
Howl, that's really cool here. That's actually really cool here. That's
love some Howl Tyranitar scratch.
Like, I'm sorry, is that not disgusting here?
That's
like,
crazy.
That was...
And the Hydrapple immediately dies. To a crit! Oh, okay, alright.
That was disgusting, bro. Both Pokemon gained a fucking...
Oh
attack
my
boost,
god, that's wild.
And the fucking...
So,
the puppy has the speed
You're
boost
telling me
from the
that you're telling me a game that starts off with one of the worst turn 1s I've ever seen for a player is the last match? That tells me there's some crazy shit that's gonna happen, man.
No, Brendan really shows why he got the finals in season 7?
8.
No.
It was season 8.
It was 7. Season
it was
8 was, I'm sorry, yeah, it was season 8, because season 9
Bro, don't
sorry,
quiz me on which
sorry,
seasons I played in and not.
Season 9, I forget that we're on season 10. I keep forgetting we're on season 10.
I can tell you everything you need to know about seasons 3, seasons 4, and then 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Honestly, like, even for you to have not been involved that long, like, we had, like, a really crazy couple seasons that
Oh,
you
yeah.
were involved in. And
I mean, like, it's just, I took off pretty much all of Sealed and Sword.
I wish that we could find, like, the position of the season just doesn't work for your work schedule, which is
It doesn't.
an unfortunate situation.
Such is life.
Truly.
Got a really angry dog still. So we're at +1 now.
hit a lot.
I mean, you answered 2 phone calls. Yeah, this Terra Ice Garchomp is something. But then again, I mean, he could have made this based off of Mike's team, which is completely reasonable assumption. Oh, Rocky Helmet Rough Skin, maybe? We doing some cheeky shit? I really like the name Florida for alligator.
Yeah.
Really just a fan.
Great name for Pokemon, Brendan. You get credit for that.
And Brendan doing his best Zach Roselle impression.
Are you talking about RNG or?
No, taking a lot of time on the timer before he does anything.
So we are officially past the time, so for those of you that are pieces of shit and want to know, I'll announce it at the end of the stream, but you can look at the sheet and see what has replaced the duplicate Pokemon.
Hydreigon getting one of the duplicate Hydreigons getting replaced as Wild.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Oop, all the Pokemon have been replaced. Your new Pokemon are, in place of the Hydreigon duplicate, we have Cinderace, which is huge for me personally. I wish I could get that. In place of the Hisuian Braviary is Gothitelle, and then in place of the Barraskewda is Miss Magius. Enjoy next week's Wire. If you go fuck yourselves.
Apparently, you're really quiet.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I moved the mic away from my face for a second.
Lived the old captions on the Chocolate Rain YouTube video.
You guys, so like, basically what I did was so I'm using like a noise canceling software now in the background. So if I don't like talk up, like you're not gonna hear me. So if I move the mic away from my face, it does impact that.
I think I automatically get that because of fucking Discord, because they automatically just put the noise canceling shit on.
No, because we're in a two-man group and I am importing just my desktop audio.
Okay.
I hear you they hear you exactly as I hear you. And I have you at 100%, so like they should hear you pretty good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was literally because my mic was away from my face. That's what happened.
Okay.
The noise canceling technology is like really sensitive for whatever reason, and like, I mean, not for whatever reason. It prevents me from my dogs barking and people hearing me on phone mode, right? So
Yeah.
But yeah, if I don't have the mic close to my face, you'll have a hard time hearing me. Mega Man, okay. This game is still happening. That's how good this game is.
This is okay. So I have been paying attention to what's been occurring in this game, and although it is very close, and yes, score-wise, it is like, I mean, currently Brendan I think is down by 2.
He is.
I don't know. This game doesn't feel as good as Zach and Jay Wade's game.
And I had a hard time with that, right? So like I had a hard time not putting Zach and Jay Wood's game at the end. And the reason that I justified it, I will tell you later.
I was gonna say we'll probably see later. Like so far, it just seemed like kind of like an okay match. The howls were really cool, but like up to this point,
Zach and Jay Wade's match was really like that was top tier PLC moments for sure. I'm not. You can't take that away. Electabuzz goes down.
There's a critical drop on the Electabuzz. Oh, apparently Tide made his drop at the last possible minute and put the second dash bun on the wire, which means we have to put another mon on.
Oh, Zach, could you please replace another Pokemon with death. Or just tell me and I'll replace it. Whatever works for you.
Oh, draft sheet, bitch. Replace the secondary mon.
Please replace them on. Replace them on, will you please?
So Phil, so far who's been added is Cinderace, Gothitelle, and
Miss Magius.
Miss Magius, yeah.
We're waiting for Darkspun to be replaced, which should happen any moment now. It looks like it's about to happen.
Ooh.
Porygon Z is replacing Darkspun.
Gothitelle's a crazy one to add. Gothitelle's wild, dog.
Dude, that's the same. That's
They didn't get
how I
scooped
felt
yet.
last week. I felt like so.
Phil, they're not available till next weekend.
The first week we replaced, I was like, okay, that's a big deal. And then second week we replaced, I was like, that's not that crazy. But like then the third week, I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. We got Rabombi and like this other Pokemon.
Rabombi is nuts.
And now we got. They did take Speed Swap away, so that's.
And look, man, okay, Brendan is down to just Psy spam.
Yeah, that's where we're at here. And we're at a disadvantage.
Phil, the only Asterisk Mon is Cinderace.
Yeah, the only
the other Mons are all added in the last row. They just got added. They're available for next week's wire.
Next week's wire, exactly that. Zach, what's the other replacement that we're missing here?
Yo, Zach, fuck you. Don't hate on Speed Swap.
Z, right? Porygon Z, that was it. So it was
Speed Swap.
Gothitelle,
Speed Swap won me a game.
Magius,
Fuck you.
Gothitelle, Miss Magius, Porygon Z, and Cinderace have joined the fray.
Gothitelle's wild. Gothitelle's just wild. I hate that mon so fucking much.
The other thing about this is like doing the double replacement system has actually like caused each wire week to feel a little bit more impactful, and I think that it's healthy in general. So every year we try something new, and some things stick and some things don't. And this year I think that like the double list is definitely here to stay. Even if we had like, say we had like 14 players, right? A double.
No, Zach.
Players.
Ian and I both agreed that I don't get access to the new Mons yet.
Yeah, no, he.
And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
He still gets the ability to add drop until Monday night at the normal time. So basically Tuesday morning.
No, can you give me till Tuesday night?
All right,
because I work tomorrow. I just want to have time to do all my.
Till Wednesday morning, he has to make 2 wire drops, and that's all he gets. That's all he gets.
I'm gonna be making them Tuesday night, so it'll be fine. I'm not interested in picking up any of these new Mons. Quite honestly, like I hate Gothitelle. I think that Mon is really, really toxic play pattern wise, and to me it's just not fun. If I'm gonna play something toxic, I want it to be fun. When I played Parish Song Trap against Eris during season 8, I thought it was funny for that one time. I don't want to do that again.
So Zach, even if we were to allow him to gain access to that Pokemon, he doesn't want it. So shut the fuck up.
So yeah, this is that was a Psy Spam ending.
The only Pokemon he could potentially want would be if he wanted Cinderace, and I don't think that it's fair to necessarily give him primo access to Cinderace. And I don't
want
even think
Cinderace.
He wants it.
You're goddamn right. I don't want Cinderace.
So,
you know
like,
what Pokemon is? Do you know what Pokemon is on the wire that I'm heavily debating how I'm picking that up?
What? I mean, it's
fucking
your time
Amoonguss.
now. Let me say this before you start. Speakman, let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Sleep Claws, and because we're a 6v6, Amoonguss actually isn't as good as it is in VGC.
My brother in Christ, I have used Amoonguss the last 3 seasons, and Amoonguss has my highest win rate of any Pokemon I use.
Well, Well, I cannot say don't pick that Pokemon then, buddy. You fucking do you, baby. Like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Fucking you do you, baby.
Ian,
But
Ian, I don't think you understand how much I fucking love Amoonguss. I played Amoonguss in season 8 when Eris gave it to, or sorry, season 8 when Eris gave it to me when I replaced or sorry, no, season 7.
oh
Reese gave it to
Jesus.
me when I replaced Evan. Season 8, I used it, and then I used it last season.
Yeah,
I
so,
love that
you
mod.
know,
It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all
let it
time.
be then if you want, because I can guarantee you that somebody wants one of the Astros that you're gonna drop, either Hisuian Astros or Corviknight. I can guarantee you somebody wants that Pokemon. So,
Oh,
um,
absolutely.
whatever you're gonna drop is gonna cause a stir for next week. And
100%.
let's talk about next week here, right? So next week is week 3. We have Brian versus Mike. Selena versus Brendan, Corey versus Justin. Now that should be a good match. I feel like they're both kind of like in the same zone. Um, Jordan versus Reese. That should be a really good match. Former
Always a
champions.
good matchup when
Like
those
to
two
see
play.
that. Like to see that. J Wade versus Ty. That should be a really good match. Ty's off of a hot win from JG, and Jay Wade off of a hot win from Zach. So like both really have something to do. Phil goes 0-3. Okay, all right, Phil, chill out. SB versus JG. I think that JG has something to prove here. I know that she definitely wants to say that she's a better player than SB, so we'll see what happens there. I know that she has something to prove, so hopefully, we'll see a good game there. And then Phil versus myself. Obviously, Battle of the Brothers. It's one of the two Battle of the Brothers per season, usually, if Mike is playing. Philip and I are adopted brothers, so we will see what happens there. And then Speakman versus Dan, because we're replacing Speakman here. Speakman versus Dan, that should be a really good match. You guys have some history. Zach versus Jalen. Jalen, please reach out to everybody you can this week. Uh,
Please, please. I
and
will help you if you need it, buddy.
whatever you need, Jalen, you reach out to me. I'll make special time. I'll lose my match and help you out. Like, just you fucking tell me what's going on. Like, I'll help you. And then Bosch versus Jay. So now that is a really good match. So Bosch is new to the league, has something to prove. Jay is a old hat and has some a reputation to maintain. So that I am excited to see the outcome of that match. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us for season 10's week 2 stream. I would like to thank Speakman for joining me for commentary team.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I think we've done a great job. And then, as always, I'd like to thank the hats for replacing my head coverings multiple times throughout the stream. And as always, I appreciate you guys for watching the PLC Pokemon League Championship streams.
Shout out to
I
Hats.
shout out to hats. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you guys next week for week 3. Peace out.